The unthinkable act, a life lost, a future questioned. April 2nd, 2025. A high school track meet. Sunlight dappled the field. Young athletes moved with grace. Austin Metcalf was among them. He was only 17, so full of promise. Then, in an instant, everything shattered. A life extinguished far too soon. A dispute ignited. Over something as simple as seating, underneath a team tent. Voices escalated quickly. Carmelo Anthony, 18 years old. Austin reportedly asked him to move. An eyewitness described the scene. "Touch me," Carmelo allegedly challenged. Austin did, and then a knife appeared. Carmelo Anthony soon faced the law. He was accused of murder. First degree, the charge read. He would later claim self-defense. "He put his hands on me," he stated. "I told him not to," he insisted. An officer reported Carmelo saying, "I did it." His initial $1 million bond was reduced. He was released, awaiting trial. Frisco Centennial High School reeled. The entire community felt the shock. Graduation season was approaching, typically a time of joy and hope. Now it was irrevocably tainted. Two families were broken, one by an unbearable loss, one by a grave accusation. The gears of the justice system began to turn. Life felt fragile, unreal. The right to education, a shield or a privilege. Then came the news. Carmelo Anthony would still graduate. He maintained a 3.7 GPA. He had completed all requirements. He would receive his high school diploma, but he would not walk at the ceremony. No cap, no gown, no public acknowledgement, no participation in senior activities. A quiet, almost invisible conclusion to his schooling. An agreement had been forged between the Frisco Independent School District and Anthony's legal representatives and an advocacy group, Next Generation Action Network. NGN confirmed the decision. Education is vital, they argued. A potential path forward, a foundation, even for an individual facing serious charges. He had earned the necessary credits. The school district followed its protocols. But what does a diploma truly represent? Is it merely a piece of paper, or does it carry a deeper symbolism? Does it signify good standing, character? Can it be wholly separated from the alleged act? Austin Metcalf's life had ended. Carmelo Anthony's life educationally continued. Presumed innocent, the law dictates, yet the charge was murder, a heavy looming shadow over everything. The school district trod carefully. Superintendent Mike Waldrip sent an email to staff, students, and families. He clarified the official stance. No student charged with a Title V felony would be permitted to participate in the graduation ceremony. He aimed to quell swirling social media rumors. Privacy laws constrained further comment. They navigated a precarious, difficult path, balancing obligations, rights, and raw emotions. A father's anguish, a community's dilemma. Jeff Metcalf carried an unbearable grief. His beloved son, Austin, stolen from him, gone forever. He learned about the diploma decision. It felt like a profound betrayal. Another layer of pain added to his sorrow. How could this be permitted? His son's alleged killer, allowed to graduate, to move forward. As if Austin's life meant less. His anguish was a palpable force. He resolved not to remain silent. He filed a formal complaint with the Texas Education Agency. He desperately sought answers, accountability. He attempted to speak with the superintendent. He was informed he needed an appointment. He felt unheard, his pain dismissed. His fight for justice for Austin intensified. He would be his son's voice. He needed the system to understand. The Frisco community found itself divided. Some understood the school's legal constraints, the adherence to due process. Others shared Jeff Metcalf's deep outrage. Tensions simmered beneath the surface. Jeff attended a public event. Carmelo Anthony's parents were speaking. He was asked to leave the venue. His presence was deemed disrespectful. Hearts on all sides were exposed, raw. External groups began to surface. One, Protect White Americans, protested. They framed Austin's death as racial violence. Jeff Metcalf publicly rejected this. He spoke out against their narrative. This tragedy was not about race, he asserted. It was about a senseless act of violence, about a devastating loss, not about creating further division. He yearned for understanding, not more hate. Balancing justice, education, and healing. An unsettling equation. Should Carmelo Anthony graduate? The question hung heavy in the air. He stood accused of a horrific crime. Education is often seen as a right, a chance for betterment, for a future. But what of the victims? What of their grieving families? Is a diploma a tacit endorsement, or merely an academic milestone achieved? The ethical lines are blurred, indistinct. Educational institutions face immense challenges. Their primary role is to teach, to nurture. They must also enforce rules, maintain order, and they must operate within the law. Innocent until proven guilty is paramount, a cornerstone of the justice system. But the school community watches closely. Fellow students observe the outcomes. What message does such a decision send about safety, respect, and accountability? For Austin Metcalf's family, the pain is constant. The diploma becomes another symbol, a painful, jarring reminder of a life tragically cut short. For Carmelo Anthony, what does it mean? Perhaps a fragile thread of hope, a chance, however slim, for a different future, if he is eventually cleared of the charges, or after he has paid his debt to society, if he is ultimately found guilty. His path remains shrouded in uncertainty. There are no simple resolutions here, only profoundly difficult questions remain. The legal process must take its due course, yet compassion is also profoundly needed, for every individual touched by this tragedy. The community of Frisco is wounded, struggling. Healing will be a long, arduous journey. Austin Metcalf will not be forgotten. His life, though brief, mattered deeply. His memory endures.